Hey folks, third time is a charm, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. We'll see. If you're seeing this video, then yes, third time was a charm. This will be the first video of hopefully a year-long sort of challenge to myself, lightly inspired from something WheezyWaiter did a few years back. I'll link it in the description, assuming I remember. I'm. It's gonna seem somewhat scripted, or actually, you know what? You know what's gonna be funny is I've done this video. Now this will be the third time, and even after doing it over and over, you can see I'm shaking the desk over and over and over. Still not even gonna remember everything I wanted to talk about. But basically, every day I want to do some sort of live journal, vlogging, whatever you want to call it. I would like to do these and discuss just what's interesting me, just things that I'm reading, watching, playing. We'll also occasionally talk about current events. Probably nothing to do with politics. I just don't. There's not much to add that other smarter people aren't already adding. Anyways, as I was saying, just behind me here, got enormous number of Marvel Collector's Core boxes. There's some DC ones over here, but frankly, this whole area is a giant mess that I want to take care of first. Need to really expand my horizons and make this whole back area, especially look at that area, make it more interesting. You gotta make the environment interesting to offset the lack of interesting yourself. Yeah, so these will just be sort of me rambling. Hopefully not too rambly. Gonna try my best to pause in between things so I can easily edit this. I'm gonna try and take my take a stab at After Effects. See how that works out. That'll be fun. At any rate, first thing I like to talk about, first order of the day, reading The Hobbit. It's technically, I believe, a book for children, but I'm not a clever man, so you know. The reason I bring up this book is not just because I'm reading it and that I like to show off this particular copy that I got. I think it was 2 years ago. I believe it was a Christmas present for my wife. It's lovely. I really like it. But it's I even like, I don't know if you can see it because of my camera, but the speckles from like the ink, it just looks beautiful. I think it's very neat. Not intentional, obviously, but very neat. But yeah, the reason I bring up this book is actually a quote in it that I want to tell you before we end sort of with my hopes for this little challenge of my own. One of the dwarves, Gloin, who I incorrectly in the last video that you'll never see, said it was Thorin, because apparently that's the only name I can remember. Now, God, I'm hoping that that's actually the name of the most important dwarf. Okay, I see his name in here. We're good. At any rate, Gloin is basically telling Bilbo that, yes, your ancestors were incredible people and they did incredible things, at least on one side of the family, but that's not who Gloin cares about. He cares about Bilbo. He wants to know, Bilbo, what do you bring to the table? And in his questioning of Bilbo, it's frustrating Gandalf, because Gandalf is the one, as you know, that left the mark on the door. Gandalf is the one that was vouching for Bilbo Baggins. So in response to Gloin's criticisms, Gandalf says, "That's right. Let's have no more argument. I have chosen Mr. Baggins, and that ought to be enough for all of you. If I say he is a burglar he is. Or will be, when the time comes. There is a lot more in him than you guess, and a deal more than he has any idea of himself." And it goes on some more, but it's the general idea is there is that Bilbo doesn't think much of himself. He wants to, but much like me, he's kind of a boring guy. Really likes hermiting it up in a hobbit hole. Although I guess mine's an apartment, but point stands. He really enjoys not going on adventure and just sort of thinking about it. Or he thinks he does. And obviously I've never actually finished the full Hobbit, so we'll find out if it works out for him. Although I've read Lord of the Rings, so I have something of an idea. But that's what I want to do with this, is I would like to try and do these daily videos for the next year, which already we're 3 days deeper than I planned to start, but whatever. I actually wanted to start it on the 1st. You work with what you got. So, I'm going to try and make a video every single day, cover something. Occasionally it's going to be whatever I'm reading, what I'm playing, as I mentioned earlier. Opening boxes. I have a ton of cards that I need to open. Goal-wise, what I would like to do is I'd like to reach 10,000 total views across all of the videos, not each, but all of the videos, by the end of today next year. And who knows, hopefully, by the end of this little trip, I will be better at editing, have more of a personality. We'll get there when we get there. Additionally, I'll be doing streams on Twitch, which hopefully I should have affiliate soon because I've hit all the marks for that. And I've got a website where I'll be doing basically this, but in text form, sometimes long, sometimes short. Creative writing projects that I would like to get back on. So, yeah, that's pretty much all of it for this video.